Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your girl, Raby Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York. Coming to you with another live video. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I know it's a little after 1 o'clock in the morning. I know that it's a little after 1 o'clock in the morning, but I was asleep earlier, and you know how you wake up, so it is what it is. You see the title. The title is in Swahili. It is a Swahili phrase meaning no worries, no troubles. Let's say the word together, shall we? Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. No worries, no troubles. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets, but we got a lot of worries going on these YouTube streets these days. We got a lot of stuff going on these YouTube streets these days. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just here giving my point of view, expressing my opinion and my random thoughts. Yes, yes, yes. Habari za hasaburi, karibu nyumbani kewangu. Twendi zetu, kuja na mimi, kula chakula, miji baridi, kuvuta kiti, kaa chini, kumpumzika, unakaribishwa, jifurahishe. Yes, yes, yes. So basically, I'm telling you good morning. Welcome to my home. Come with me. Get something to eat. Give me a cold glass of water. Pull up a chair. Sit down. Relax. You are welcome. Enjoy yourself. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Ven aquí conmigo. Que lo que? Mi gente, ven aquí conmigo. Las comidas están listas para ti. Sentante. Disfruta tu día. Disfruta tu la vida. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to these YouTube streets. If you don't understand what I'm saying, lo siento, no es culpa, es mío. Where am I? Estoy donde? Aquí. Estoy donde aquí. Nada nunca se pasó. I am where nothing ever happens. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I'm in the Matrix, just like a whole lot of you. I am in the Matrix, just like everyone else in this sector. Nini kuzimu kila wakati. Que diablo. Que carajo. Coño. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to these YouTube streets. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está tu paraguas? Yo tengo una pregunta ¿Dónde está tu paraguas? Where is your umbrella? Where is your protection? ¿Dónde está tu guantes? Where is your gloves? ¿Dónde está tu lentes? Where are your glasses? ¿Dónde está tu casco? Where is your hard hat? Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. What's up, Just Jay? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Outlaw Josie, you found me. Good morning. Good to see you. Purple Heart Podcast, it's a pleasure. Yeah. So it is what it is. We see what's going on these YouTube streets. I was told that there is, some extortion going on these YouTube streets. Someone is trying to extort other YouTube creators. Yeah, see, we got a lot of stuff going on in the sector that sometimes people are unaware of. We already got the cyber bullies. We already got the cyber stalkers. We already got those that love to harass people cyberly. And we got people that's doxing people false flagging. We got people who are now extorting each other. Mm-hmm. On these YouTube streets. But you know what I said to that? Nini kuzimu kila wakati hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. No worries. No problem. No troubles. If you're not in the mess. Some people just stay in the mess all the time, but some people really don't have anything to do with anything. Shout out to the chat. I'm not going to be up here very long. I got to get myself together. Today is Friday. My last day to make some coin. Oh, Lord, I got to walk all the way downtown. This is a fucking trip. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Tell them, crackhead. Tell them. Yeah, man, I heard that there's some extortion going on these YouTube. I heard that some extortion is going. See, it's a lot of people on these YouTube streets, and you don't know who's going to do what when. I said, wow. I can't believe it. I just shake my head. I shakes my head. Earlier this evening, or should I say, on yesterday, Johnny Blaze went live. Johnny Blaze 2 on his Johnny Blaze 2 channel. And it was a very interesting live. It was very interesting. It's a lot of talk about the past, about who was associating with who. I'm here to tell you that this whole sector associates with people that they're not very clear on. They don't know what kind of charges or what kind of jackets these people have. So of course people get caught up They get caught up in a whirlwind, and things happen. And it is what it is, man. This is YouTube's. I remember somebody did a music drop on me, and the music drop, the title of that drop was "This is YouTube," and it shows me in the video, and I'm dancing. It shows me dancing, but it doesn't show me the full me. It just shows me dancing, and I'm wearing a blue, a dark blue, a Yankees cap. A shout to the chat. And that was around the time I was beefing with another YouTube creator and some subscribers on this platform. So I thought at this, I laugh, yeah, man. And I see that the bishop is doing a lot of shit. I mean, it's bad and okay. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm just gonna be straight up. I heard it's bishop trying to extort people. Yeah, I heard that. And it's a whole lot of other shit going on with Bishop that I heard. See, my first mind don't fool me. You know, usually when people act a certain way and then try to say it's not them, you got to look at them closer. And sometimes you'll hear shit that confirms your belief or confirms your suspicion. Shout out to the chat. But yeah, I'm hearing a whole lot of shit about Bishop days. You know. Shit I didn't even fucking know. Because I don't pay attention to everything. I don't pay attention to everything and to everyone and to what everyone does. I'm only one person. I can only go but so far on this platform. And when I get tired, guess what I do? I turn the shits off. That's what I do. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Nini kuzimu kila wakati. Yeah. No worries. No troubles. What the hell? It will always be. Yeah. Shout out to the chat. I know you don't, Just Jay, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Just Jay. Oh, thank you, Just Jay. Appreciate you. Who extorting? We don't. I know that's right, Outlaw Josie. Yeah, man. I gotta do this long walk. But you know what? I'm gonna wait until 3:30. You know what I'm gonna do, Just Jay? I'm gonna wait until 3:30, almost 4 o'clock, maybe a quarter to 4 to actually leave. Yeah. That might be my best bet. Cause I gotta get there early. Cause if I don't get there before 5:30, I won't go on a ticket. And I'm trying to squeeze in today because I know Monday is a fucking holiday. And I know there are gonna be some job sites that just gonna want people hey, I just need people to come in and clean because we're going to be closed on Monday. Or I just need people to come in and clean because we're going to be closed over the weekend. Some shit like that. You know what I mean? I haven't even done my taxes yet. I got to go to all the way to Remont Road to pick up one of my W-2 forms because for some strange reason, they won't fucking mail them out. You know what I mean? When it comes to doing the right thing, a lot of people don't want to do the right thing. It's too, that'd be too much like the right thing to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? What time do you need to, what time do I, oh, need some alarm. Oh, you won't need to set your alarm, Just Jay, because I won't be going live while I'm walking. Yeah, I probably, I don't know when I'm going to go live again. It depends. It depends what time this morning or what time this afternoon or what time I get back to the house. So you won't have to, you can rest. You can rest assured. You can lay down in your bed and go to sleep. I'll be just fine. I will be just fine. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. No worries. No troubles. Shout out to you, though. Shout out to you on these YouTube streets. Yeah, man. Yeah. So Johnny Blaze went live yesterday, and he covered a whole array of subjects and stuff like that. And, it just amazes me how people like to bring up things about the past and people, and I'm gonna tell something. I'm gonna put it like this. It's coming to a time and place where people will not be able to do reaction videos anymore. You won't be able to use anyone else's content to do videos. Shout out to the chat. And that's one of the reasons why the bishop is angry with certain people on this platform, because basically, as they were trolling him and making money with using material that came from his channel, he feels he has the right to stream your lives. He feels he has the right to address you. He feels he has the right to do certain things. Now, as far as addressing people, yes, he does. Streaming people's lives, you cannot do it. If you do it, you better have permission. You better have permission. A shout out to the chat, because people will strike your channel with a copyright strike, and they have no problem taking down your channel. They have no problem telling you to start all the way over. But there's going to come a time where ain't nobody going to be able to use anybody's material to do videos. You're going to have to create your own shit. That's why I don't do reaction videos. That's why I don't go over other people's materials. I'm not interested in going over anybody's materials or what they said. If I can't remember what they said, then I don't need to talk about it. Not at all. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Nini kuzimu kila wakati. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Yeah, no worries, no troubles. Arabia, that's about to change. No more reactions. From what I understand, just Jake, excuse me, they're giving people a hard time using other people's materials. So especially those that are already monetized. I feel like this: if you're monetized, there's no need for you to do reaction to anyone's channel. There's no need, because once you get monetized, right? Once you monetize your channel, it's your responsibility to create your content, create what you want on your stage, and a lot of people are not able to do that. Some people are. Some people can do an array of different things. They can do reactions and they can do other videos. Some people are talented like that, but we got some that's all they do: reaction, reaction, reaction. Basically, it's basically called criticism. Criticize, criticize, criticize. You're critiquing another person's material, and some people cannot take a criticism. They don't like to be critiqued because they take that as a personal attack. It depends on the individual. I'm gonna put it like that. Y'all better read the guidelines, and Bishop gonna love the new one. Yeah, he might. He might. Because I heard the new guidelines is different from the old ones. But you got some people that, trust me, they try to go around that and be like, hey, I don't want this person X, Y, and Z while I'm live. While I'm live, you know what I mean? Like, okay, let's say I'm live right now, right? And someone is streaming that's like, I don't give a fuck about them streaming. I don't give a fuck about them streaming. You know why? Because it's going to bring more people to my channel. That's what it's going to do. My people haven't got struck yet. I'll read the guidelines. Okay. But all I'm saying, people need to stop using other people's materials. If you're going to react to something, have the audio. Because there's some people that, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy on these YouTubes. It used to be you could talk freely about certain things. Okay, just like, I'm going to put it like this, just Jay. I don't know if you remember it, but there was a few weeks ago, I had did a short video where I was talking about eating disorders. YouTube didn't strike me, but they took down the video. They said it was going against YouTube guidelines. You know what I mean? And I wasn't using nobody else's material. Only thing I was doing was showing pictures of what anorexia looked like and what bulimia looked like and what people need to be aware of if they know of someone that has an eating disorder or if they themselves are suffering from an eating disorder. I remember one time before, just Jay, I had used some materials to talk about self-mutilation, self-harm. They took down that video. So it's certain things that YouTube is just not gonna tolerate. In other words, they look at I hate, I don't even put it in words. Arabia, do you know how to edit? Just Jay, I'm just learning how to do little stuff. I'm not like real and doing everything. You know what I mean? I just know how to do a little bit. Does that make sense? I used a lot of material, but you can tell I edit my video. Yeah, but see, you do a very good job at it. You keep on practicing your editing. Just Jay, you'll get it. You already did. You just don't. I don't think you have enough time to really do everything you want to do. But I see some of your work, and it's pretty good. Trust me, I would tell you if it wasn't. I wouldn't be trying to hurt your feeling, but I would tell you. Be like, yo, just Jay, I don't know about that one. You know what I mean? But the last one you did was real good. And then there was another one you did where where the Predator 101 was trying to tell the whole world he's black. He's blackity black. He's black, y'all. Yeah. I was cracking up. I was laughing at that one because he do be trying to tell the whole world he black. Me personally, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I got relatives in my family that look white, but they're not white. Shout out to the chat, if that makes sense. I got relatives in my family who look white, but are not white. And I got some relatives that are passing for white. Shout out to the chat, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Word. I got my best edits from Fats TV. Oh, okay. I don't know what you mean by that, but anyway. I think I went to Fats TV video the other day. He was live. You know, Thaddeus was live a while ago. Anthony was live not too long ago also. So there's just a few people going live now. You know what I mean? Word. So shout out to the chat. Yeah, but when Johnny Blaze did his video yesterday, Armando Black had hit the link, and Armando Black had a lot to say. And I tell you, man, it's people trip me out. People really trip me out. It's just like I'm gonna put it like if someone does a video about me, right, and I know about it, I'm not gonna wait 5 months or a whole year to fucking respond. I'm gonna put it just like that. Cause I'm not gonna be digging in my archives trying to find people videos so I can go up against them. That's some bullshit. If motherfuckers make a video about you, why wait 5 months, almost a whole fucking year to fucking respond? That don't make no sense. Not to me, it don't. If that makes sense. The blackity black. Yeah, that shit. Now that shit was hot. The blackity black video. That shit was hot. And then the last one you did, and there was another one you did. And then your premieres. I like your premieres. because they were clear cut and to the point. You know, O'Shea Jackson. I don't know if you know who that is, but O'Shea Jackson did a video about that young truck driver lady, and the shit he said about her was not very nice. But I know O'Shea Jackson. I've been knowing him for years on these YouTubes, and he used to be a follower of Tommy Sotomayor. He ventured off from Tommy, went up against Tommy, and I believe he lost the battle against Tommy Sotomayor. Anyway, to make a long story short, O'Shea Jackson is one of these dudes. I think, in my personal opinion, I think he got an issue with women as well. He try to perpetrate like he don't, but I think he do. You know, the man, he went to he went to school overseas to become a medical doctor. I don't think the man ever became a medical doctor, and he lives in Africa. So that's telling you a whole lot about that dude. Some of his materials, some of his videos, I agree with, but that last one about that young lady, no, I don't fucking agree with. He talking about she gets exactly what she fucking deserves. No, what it is, what he doesn't want to say, and I wrote it. I wrote a comment up under that fucking video, and I let him know there's a lot of men that don't want to fucking work these days. A lot of them are lazy. A lot of them don't want to do a whole lot of heavy lifting. You know, it's not like what it was 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Because I started noticing certain things about men, so-called men, 15, 20 years ago. And I already know there's a lot of them that are bitch-fied. They're bitch-fied. They wake up in the morning, they can't make up their mind about what kind of clothes they're going to wear. They can't make up their mind about anything. They're very emotional. They act like women, but without the high-pitched voice and all that other bullshit. They have a lot of effeminate ways. They look masculine, but they have a very effeminate spirit. I'm going to put it like that. Okay. That's Uma Johnson. Oh yeah, Umar Johnson. He's down with that black, y'all. And he's the biggest scammer, y'all. He's the biggest scammer, y'all. The one thing I've learned when I was growing up in New York, all those consciously woke people, especially people in our community, they're usually con men and they're usually scammers. And that's what I learned as a child growing up in New York. That's what I learned. And I learned that a lot of them are they got some quirks with them. They got some quirks with them. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Growing up in New York, and if you're separated from your family, you're being raised somewhere else, you're open to certain suggestions, and certain people know that your real parents aren't around, so they feel that they can disrespect you. And there was a lot of people, especially a lot of people in the conscious community, the so-called woke people, that made it a point to tell me and my brother that about our father, and my father wasn't really black, and everyone's seen pictures of my father. Everybody know what my father looked like. My father was black, but my father didn't have that super nappy hair. He had smooth skin. He was nice looking. And the main ones that were criticizing my father, They were mad with him because they were jealous of him. My father, Cape Verdean American. He was born in this country, just like my grandmother was born in this country. He can't help it that he had nice hair. He couldn't help it he was nice looking. He couldn't help it. And a lot of motherfuckers were jealous of him. And the ones that were jealous of him were super black, super dark. They had that super nappy hair. And they used to always give me and my brother a hard time. And I will never forget that shit. Never. I only know one scammer crook that lives in New York. Yeah, man. When I was growing up in New York, Just Jay, there was a lot of people that were a part of the Black conscience community in New York. They would run their own stores. They would wear those African looking clothing, and and usually they were dark. They were very dark complexioned, and their hair was nappy. You know, they were the ones that was able to easily dread their hair. You know, and they had so much to say about my father. They didn't have nothing to say about my mother, because my mother's dark skinned like they are. You know what I mean? If you get my drift. But they didn't like him. They didn't like my father at all. But I really didn't give a fuck about them, because I knew, because when I met my father, I told him about those dudes. And he was like, "Oh, I know them. They always gave me a hard time." My father went to high school with a lot of them losers. And he told me, he said a lot of them were jealous of him because he looked better than them. Plain and simple. My father was a real man. He didn't hide behind the blackety black jaw. He didn't hide behind all that bullshit. My father had a real job. My father was making real money. He had his own issues, his own problems, yes. He wasn't perfect, but he sure was handsome. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my father. And fuck the haters. Half of them dudes that were hating on him, half of them are still living, half of them still doing the same shit they were doing back in the day. Some of them, they don't know how to fucking retire. You know, I haven't been to New York lately, but I bet you 9 times out of 10, if I was to go to certain neighborhoods, they would still be there with their old raggedy stores. Raggedy motherfuckers. A shout out to the chat. I think God knew what he was doing when he gave scammers 4 times 4 heads. Yeah, man. So when I hear people talking about that blackity black, I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black. I'm black, y'all. And they don't try to emphasize anything else for people to rise above their situation. They're scammers. Usually. Especially a lot of them old school cats. Beware of the old school blackity black cats. They're usually conmen, scammers, and charlatans. Shout out to the chat. And I'm saying that out of my own mouth. I don't know about this new generation. I don't care about this new generation because I don't really deal with them. But I'm talking about all them ancient, old, decrepit motherfuckers. I hope half of them are dead. I hope half of them ate shit and died. You know what I mean? Where I won't say I'm prejudiced, but I have a problem with certain things about certain people. And it's usually in our community. And this is why the community is so divided. Because people do shit and then they think you gonna forget as you get old. I don't forget a goddamn thing. And neither did my brother. Yeah, I tell you, man, if I was in charge of anything, half of these people walking around wouldn't even be walking around. For real. Oh, really? Y'all, shout out to the chat. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm just checking something out. Purple Heart Podcast, Outlaw Josie, and Just Jay. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Good morning to y'all. I hope everything is well with you guys. I certainly do. It's a little after 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to end this video. Because I got to get myself together to walk out of here on time. At least by 3:30 or 3:45. Yeah, so it is what it is. Shout out to everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming over this morning. I want to thank everyone that supports my channel. Today is Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend. I don't know who's going live this weekend. I really don't care because a lot of these people in this sector run the same videos over and over, and people are getting tired of it. People are getting sick of it, and that's why I don't do reaction videos because it's boring. Everyone's playing the same video. How many times you gonna say the same thing? You know? I wish people would like really, really, really do stuff to really be creative. I'm telling you, man. This sector is collapsing, is dying. You know, the content is drying up. It just seems like people are saying the same thing over and over. I try to change up my content. It is what it is. And I'm out, you guys. Peace. One.